us to use Google Hangout on TV and continues to mentor broadcasters, real estate agents, and businesses on how to use Google Hangouts and human media to connect with consumers face-to-face. Sarah believes human interaction via webcam is the new layer of social media. She is also a glass explorer and is using the new technology to bring veterans closer to their memorials via hero tours. Sarah likes to run, collect African art, and play practical jokes. She might hurt you if you eat her powdered donuts. She has 2 kids, if you count her husband. Her reporting has taken her around the world to Vietnam, Guatemala, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia. She now enjoys traveling around the nation, telling veterans, civilians, and real estate agents how they can help our nation's heroes achieve the dream of homeownership using no money down VA loan option. Sarah?
Excellent. And I have a colleague of mine, Samantha Reeves, if you would come up, and I just want you to introduce yourself and talk briefly about the patent desk and what Veterans United Realty is. Like it.
Hi gang, I'm Samantha Reeves. I'm the Senior Mortgage and Home Buying Writer at Veterans United Home Loans. I write a blog directed towards agents to help you go through the VA loan process. And we have just introduced a really great new program called our Agent Platinum Desk. And that's a program where when you send us a referral of a VA buyer, what we do is we pay for their appraisal. We give you a 30-day closing guarantee, and we also give you direct access to an underwriter, among other benefits. So it's really great for your clients. It gives us the opportunity to show you guys, how good we can be working with VA buyers, and just overall, good experience for both you and your buyer.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So we're talking today about human media, which we believe is the new layer of social, and we're really excited and passionate about it to share with you how real estate agents can harness this new technology in order to develop face-to-face relationships with their clients and their future clients, perhaps their key influencers that can bring you to future clients. So what is human media? The roots of your social media tree. How many of you all have a social media account? Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. Okay. How many of you all have a Google+ account? Wow, that is awesome. That is so awesome. If you don't have one, hopefully by the end of this presentation, you'll know why that is important, especially to get recognized with a Google search. So the roots of your social media tree. Facebook and Twitter up here, you have largely text-based interactions, right, on Facebook and Twitter. On Google+, you have the ability to have a face-to-face relationship with someone, and that's the difference. The roots of social are now growing deep and wide, as opposed to just up. So we have the ability now to connect with people face-to-face on social, and not just chat with their avatars, which is very fascinating and a huge tool for people who develop and cultivate relationships for business. And obviously, real estate agents cultivate a lot of relationships when it comes to business. My name is Sarah Hill. I work for Veterans United Home Loans and Veterans United Network, Veterans United Realty, Veterans United Foundation, all of these great things under the umbrella of Veterans United. And our goal is to educate real estate agents, educate veterans about how they can save money each month using their VA benefit in order to purchase a house. You can find me, Sarah Midmo, on Twitter. Also, plus Veterans United or at Veterans United on Twitter, on Google+, on Facebook as well. I would love to connect with all of you. Friend me, follow me, add me to your circles, what have you. I'd love to stay connected. The social media evolution. How many of you all remember Friendster or even LiveJournal, something that's been up back in the day? So we've evolved, and the latter half of that evolution is Google+. And the way that evolution has evolved is that our social media relationships, our correspondence even, is no longer simply text-based. Via video phone calling, we have the ability to look at the whites of the eyes of our customers and our future customers. So what is human media? Human media and the human media movement is bubbling up right here in Missouri. This is essentially the birth of the human media movement, where this businesses are recognizing that connecting with people face-to-face, geography is no longer an issue. We have the ability in mid-Missouri to do business around the globe, and we're doing that via video chat and through video chat. So, Google Plus Hangout. How many of you all are familiar, by a show of hands, with what a Google Plus Hangout is? Some of you, it's a group video chat room similar to Skype for up to 10 people, absolutely free. And you have the ability to have conversations with that. So what's the difference between a Google Plus Hangout and, say, Twitter? Okay? You might see someone, this is the NATO riots in Chicago, and someone was live tweeting that event with a still picture, just taking a still picture, okay? This is covering that event via a Google Plus Hangout. It's physically reducing the physical space between you and your customers. That's someone who opened up a Hangout and they wanted to show someone live in real time. No longer on social media are individuals just wanting to see a still picture. We have the ability to have a living, breathing human relationship now. They have the ability to see your eyes, to see your mouth moving, to have a real-time conversation with you. And that's the difference between Hangouts and text-based social media. It's a living, breathing relationship, as if you were in their living room. So what is a Google Plus Hangout? A Google Plus Hangout is a broadcast tower for real estate agents. You have the ability to host your own shows. You don't need any fancy broadcast equipment. All you need is an internet connection and a $50 webcam, and you're good to go. Or maybe you have a webcam on your laptop and a free Google Plus account. All of these things that I mentioned are free digital tools that real estate agents could be taking advantage of. And each time you use that free digital tool, it creates Google Juice that increases your rankings in search and has the potential to have more people find you in your local area. So it's essentially a broadcast tower for your pocket or for your laptop, or as Alert with Google Glass for your face. This is what a Hangout looks like. So there are thumbnails underneath where individuals have the ability to see what's going on in the main screen. Maybe that's a home that you're showing right there on a beach in New Zealand. So all those individuals were taking them there virtually for them to see what's going on. So that's happening in the bottom thumbnail, and the big thumbnail is audio control. So whoever is talking has the ability to be seen in big screen. You can also control that on the thumbnails. It's really easy. If you've ever done Skype, all you do is click Start a Hangout. You email the link to the individuals who you would like to join that Hangout, and they join, and you have the ability to have a conversation. There are two kinds of Hangouts. There are private Hangouts, right, that are just between you and whoever you invite. And then there are on-air Hangouts. On-air Hangouts connect with your YouTube account and stream live within YouTube. And anyone in the world has the ability to see what you're talking about inside that Hangout. Why is that important for real estate agents? That's a broadcast tower, folks. You have the ability to have a little mini TV production switcher right inside that Google Plus Hangout. You could be talking about home staging. You might be hosting a virtual open house and have the ability to show, your listings from those different virtual open houses going on live in real time. So the ability for other people to see that conversation, the ability for you to broadcast to the world, essentially, what you're doing via Google Plus Hangout. Lots of different kinds of video chat. Boo-boo, Tiny Forge, Darforce, Recast, Google, Airtime. You all might have heard of some of these, but what makes Google Plus Hangouts unique is the Google Plus Hangout on Air feature for you to have the ability to take a private conversation and stream it live on YouTube so that others have the ability to learn what you're talking about in that session. No other video chat has the ability to do that with the YouTube integration. We've hung out with lots of people over the years at Veterans United, this is U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. We've hung out with Jon Stewart of The Daily Show, even NBA basketball players, that's Jeremy Lin of the Linsanity craze. All of these things that we're doing are trying to develop closer relationships via eye contact, okay? And this is really important. Science shows that eye contact quells hostility, right? You all know that when you're talking with somebody perhaps who's upset an appraisal or some other situation, when you get that person in your office and talking face to face, all of that anxiety and hostility has the ability to peel away, right? Are you hearing me okay? Seems like my mic is going in and out. Okay. If anybody has a handheld, if you bring that up, I just use that. Yeah. So science shows, and this article is from the Scientific American, that eye contact quells hostilities online, and when you're talking with someone face to face, you have the potential to have a greater impact on their buying decisions because you're memorable, right? You all interact via profile pictures, perhaps some of you via video, but the ability to be essentially in someone's living room where geography isn't an issue is really a powerful tool. And so that's what this study is saying, that in the future, eye contact has the ability to influence your purchasing decisions. This new layer of e-commerce, we call it C-commerce, right? No longer are we having text-based interactions online. We are having living, breathing interactions where I can see the whites of your eyes, I can see you smiling, I can see you nodding your head, and I want to buy a home from you, Mark Levinson, just because you're an awesome guy and you're smiling, right? You have the ability to massage those relationships via online interactions via essentially a webcam. So that's what it's called. It's not just e-commerce, it's C-commerce. Essentially what a Google Plus account does is lists you in a video phone book, and it also lists you in Google search. So if you don't have a Google Plus account, essentially you're limiting your ability to be discovered within Google search. And we all know right now when people go to search for homes, what do? They go online and they search for homes in a neighborhood. So when you have a Google Plus account, it's not important just for you to have a Google Plus account. It's important for you to fill out your profile completely where you mention real estate multiple times and all of those keywords that a buyer might search for in Google search in order to find you. So being listed in the video phone book. This, by the way, is the very first phone book back in February 21st, 1878 in New Haven, Connecticut. And now here in the year 2014, we have the ability to be listed in a video phone book. So it's really kind of neat. How many of you guys have heard about help outs? Real estate agents really need to pay attention to this trend of help outs because this is C-commerce in action. And real estate agents right now are already doing this. Help outs is Hangouts combined with C-commerce. So they are doing financial transactions within group video chat. And for instance, this is somebody who is giving a class, a yoga class. Doesn't matter that they're not in the same state even. She has the ability to give that class via video chat, and then there's a Google Wallet interaction and integration within a help out that allows them to complete that transaction without a help out. So what real estate agents are doing is they are hosting help outs for prospective buyers to learn about the home buying process. I have a help out about staging, and by the way, they're able to charge for those. Some of them are free because they want referrals or they want to meet new prospective buyers, but some of them are charged. They'll charge $20 for a 30-minute session or something like that, where you talk about home staging techniques. Perhaps you want to have a Q&A session with a buyer in your particular, or a buyer in your particular neighborhood who's looking to buy a historic home or something like that. Help Out allows you to search for individuals who want your service, and that's really important because there's a crowdsourcing integration. It's not just that you have the ability to provide it, it's that other people have the ability to search for you and find you as an individual and as an expert who can provide that information about the home buying process or connect them with properties. So here's one of the very first examples of C-commerce that came out, and it actually happened in the fashion industry. This is Rebecca Mencom, and she hosted a hangout and had on the right side of that video chat the ability for individuals who joined that hangout to click on that and buy some of the things that they saw on the runway. Okay? Fast forward a few years, you're going to be seeing this in real estate. Okay? Individuals, real estate agents hosting a video chat, having their properties for sale on the right-hand side, and having individuals having the ability to click on those different properties, chat with the realtor, live in real time about them, and then we'll talk about how glass fits into that here in just a moment. C-commerce, the birth of it in the fashion industry. The Amazon Mayday button has also come out, which is allowing individuals to have real-time customer service. Again, it's not just the phone, it's not just texting, it's not just emailing, it's not just text-based social media. We also have the ability to connect with our clients via video calls as well. Amy Paffrath on the upper right-hand side, she's a Mizzou grad, by the way. And so she's doing some neat things for Amazon as well. Project Glass, Google Glass, which is this crazy thing I have on my face that makes me look like a cyborg or something from RoboCop. It is a wearable computer for your face. And so after this session, if you guys want to come up, try it on, and see what it looks like, happy to have you do that. It's 1.5 ounces, and it's really not glass at all, as you see. It's just a band of wire, right, that goes across my face, and the computer on the right-hand side. So all of the days of us being in our phone, right, and texting this way, you know, in the future, we're able to have a conversation. I'm able to carry on with you, but I just got a text message a second. What happened? Oh, somebody tweeted me, and I have the ability to see that, but I'm still talking to you, right? So it's hands-free, and you have the ability to record video and audio live in real time. And what makes that unique? Okay, imagine a virtual open houses, and they've had one brave lady has done this. If anybody wants to try this with me, let me know. I'd love to let you borrow my class and do this. Wanted to give a prospective buyer a tour of their home, okay? And obviously you guys can do that by recording asynchronous video, just walking through and recording, right? But what if that buyer wants to know about that? How loud is that squeak on that wood floor? You know, come on through, let me show you. And as you are walking in that house live in real time, that other buyer has the ability to be right there with you via your face, because you can open up a Hangout, a group video chat. I can be walking through the house, having 10 people underneath me, an appraiser, an inspector, you know, buyer number one, you know, a financial person, anything in there, and I can physically walk them through the house. But wait, hold on, Sarah. Can you turn that faucet knob? How, you know, what does that look like? They are seeing directly from your eyes, directly from your point of view, and are able to ask you real-time information about that. So Google Glass, that will be very interesting to see, you know, how many real estate agents embrace this, because its utility really is unique. Glass is not available to the public yet. However, if there's anyone in this room who wants to be invited to the Explorer program, it's $1,500. Connect with me afterwards, and I will try my darndest to get you in. It will eventually be coming out. The rumor is later this year, possibly June. That's what they're saying. I don't know the price yet or anything like that, but essentially everything that you can do with your phone, you can do with your face. I can take phone calls. I can be, you know, walking through a home and talking to a buyer via video chat, or talking to a buyer via video phone call, right? It's hands-free and allows a real estate agent to free their hands in order to do other tasks. So that is essentially what Google Glass does, and I can entertain some questions about Google Glass. Be happy to let you try it on here after our presentation. Right now it's via invite only. This is how it might be used in real estate.
With Trulia for Glass, you get notified when you're near properties that meet your predetermined search criteria, like neighborhood, number of bedrooms, and price range. View the property listing and then easily scroll through the photos with a flick of your finger. Trulia for Glass can also read the property description, so you can decide if you want to learn more.
3,753 Caesar Chavez. This stunning top floor condominium offers elegant formal rooms, original moldings, coach ceilings, and hardwood floors throughout.
If you want to see the property for yourself, Trulia for Glass can give you directions.
Directions to 3753 Caesar Chavez Street. The destination is on your right. You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, hi. My name is Jeff, and I'm in front of your listing here on Cesar Chavez. I really love it. I was wondering how soon I could get in to see it.
So there are a lot of apps apps that are coming out, glass apps. Just like there are phone apps for real estate, there are also glass apps. And so perhaps if you don't want to, get a wearable computer yourself, there are all different kinds of wearable computers, not just glass. There's also wearable computers like the Samsung Galaxy Watch. Apple will come out with the iWatch pretty soon, and they'll have apps for that as well. But Google is just the first generation, essentially, of a wearable computer for your face. So that gives you an idea of how a prospective buyer, and your buyers will be wearing it. They are already wearing Google Glass. And so that might give you a sense of how that operates. Also, iBeacon, how many of you are familiar with that technology? I won't go into it a whole lot to tell you other than to Google it, because it's something that real estate agents will want to be aware of. Essentially, beacons put on yard signs that have the ability to communicate via Bluetooth information directly from that yard sign. It sends a signal, and that prospective buyer then has the ability to pull up information about that house, pull up photos by that house, simply because it's near and close to that location. You'll see iBeacon being used a lot in grocery stores in the coming years, and they're already being used in grocery stores, so you might Google it afterwards. We at Veterans United are using Hangouts and Glass in order to show our veterans real estate around the world, and that's their memorials. We're losing our World War II veterans at a rate of 600 a day nationwide. Sadly, a lot of these individuals aren't able to go on honor flights. You all are familiar with honor flights that take them on free flights to Washington, D.C. So what we're doing is simulating these physical experiences virtually via online tours. So we have individuals wearing Google Glass at a memorial. Not too long ago, we were in Pearl Harbor, and an individual had on glass, and we're walking through the memorial, and we're able to experience it. We're able to touch the monument as if we were the arms and the legs of that veteran. So that's how we're using it for Veterans United. And essentially for real estate agents, that's how you would have the ability to use it as well. You would be the arms and legs of a prospective buyer that they could then experience that tour as if they were there. Some nursing homes, we bring that technology to the bedside. If anybody would like some more information and would like to share that program with a veteran who's not able to physically travel, if you would go to vu.com/hero tour, vu.com/hero tour, we'd love to share more information so we can get more of those fine men and women to see their memorials. This technology, essentially, this quote comes from Henry Ford. If I'd asked people what they wanted, they'd have said faster horses, right? How do we build a better phone? Well, this really isn't a phone at all. This really isn't social media at all. It's a new layer of social, a new layer of interaction called human media. And so this isn't a faster horse, it's a different animal altogether, and it's important that people recognize that, especially when it comes to Google+, because when that platform first came out, it was kind of regarded as a ghost town. But what people didn't realize is that if you listed yourself on that, you increased your rankings in search, and you increased the potential that the Google algorithm would pick you up. So very important that people who are interested in being discovered for your business have a presence on Google+, because it's a different animal altogether. So that, in a sense, is human media, the new virtual handshake, not just social media, not just text-based engagement, but living, breathing human media. I love this quote. It comes from Ron Davies, and he says, "All things have a tendency to return to their original state. As metal turns to rust and into the earth, so does communication move through technology, only to return to people actually having connected conversations." And that essentially is what human media is. We're not just texting people. We don't have the ability just to text people. We have the ability to reach out to them, look in the whites of their eyes, and in real time engage with them and see what their unique needs are for buying a home or for selling a home. I want to spend my last few minutes just answering any questions. And as I do that, if anybody would like to try on Google Glass, because I know we've got, I'm going to come around to you, you just wave your hand. And essentially it's very light, but what kind of questions do you have? Because I know I threw a lot of it at you in a small amount of time. I will have a cheat sheet for you all, and if you tap the side, go like this. That's what activates it, okay? You know how you have a lock button under your phone? Well, in the future, you're gonna see a lot of people going like that. And the reason why they go like that, because that's what turns on their glass. It's hands-free, right? And then you can scroll through it. Yeah, so essentially, and this is escape, so, and it can be controlled via voice. I'm gonna say those words you see below. Okay, glass, take a picture. You just took a picture of me. Yeah. So there's and he can see it in his, and then he has the ability to click it, and then what does it say? Share? Yeah, it says. What does it say? Okay. What does it say now? Okay. Does it say Twitter? There's Twitter. Okay. So if you go to my Twitter account, you'll see that I've just shared that photo through Glass. So whatever it takes you 14 clicks on your phone, I mean, because that's who else wants to play? Whatever takes 14 clicks on your phone, and just don't touch the crystal, like on the front hand side, yeah. It takes you like 3 to do it that. You can take a picture, and a new app, watch this. Yeah, it has a winky app, okay? So look at me, wink your eye. Your right one. Okay, it's probably not calibrated for your face. Yeah, but it takes a picture whenever you wink your eye. Crazy. Isn't that crazy? But it's calibrated for your face. It has to be your right eye that it sees you blink, and then you have the ability to share that picture. So, think about, your phones, right now it tethers with the phone, so your phone's like in your purse or wherever, my phone's over there and it communicates, but you have the ability to wink and take a picture. And same with Hangouts, so, you can do a private Hangouts. You can't do on-air Hangouts yet from your face, but that's coming. But you can have free group video calls. Did I mention these are free group video calls for up to 10 people, and interact with them live in real time. So, does it work with glasses? Yes, they are bringing prescription lenses out. Matter of fact, somebody said they were supposed to be out like a month ago. And so if you have prescription lenses, they just hook in, like they come with a clear set of lenses, and then shades that you clip in on the bottom of them, and then you have the ability, like if you're biking, you don't get bugs in your eyes or something like that. Do not drive with them. A friend of mine had them on her face. They were not activated, but she was driving with them, and she got a ticket for watching TV while she was driving. I guess that's illegal in her part of the world. But yeah, so imagine, and it doesn't really feel like glasses. It's not glass at all. But even if you wanted to record a video for saving later, it syncs with your Google Plus account. So every photo that you take, every video that you take, automatically backs up on your Google Plus account. You don't have to transfer it or anything like that. So if you wanted to do a virtual tour of a home, you went through and you could be talking, walking and talking and, turning the faucet, opening the doors, lifting the top to the toilets and the washing machine or whatever. And then that video would automatically be on your Google Plus account that you could then email to a buyer. You could share it on your Google Plus account. And say, hey, I just did this glass tour of this really cool property. Let me be the arms and legs for you and show you exactly what I see in real time, which is pretty unique. What other questions? Android phones, Apple iPhones, it integrates with both of them. There's a glass app and there's a screencast app that allows you to see what's on her face. I don't have it enabled on mine right now, but it would allow her to see what's on her face. Pretty cool. And it's so fascinating to see the reactions. And I would love to get, I don't know, if some of your pictures, but it's neat to see the reactions whenever you put it on for the first time, because it is kind of crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Right. I'm not sure. I would say, eventually, probably a Best Buy or something like that, just like wherever you would get a phone. Because really that's what it is. It's a phone for your face. It's a video phone for your face. You can do regular phone calls and things like that. It has a really cool app that it maps the stars in the sky. So like you have it on and then I look at the constellations and I can see where the Big Dipper is and all of that kind of thing, it has some, for medicine, people using help outs and glass integrations for telemedicine, okay? Or for bike repair, there's a guy who does bike repair and he wears glass and someone says, I need help, fixing my bike or whatever. Well, he opens that help out, which is a hangout with C-Commerce, via his glass, and then that person can see him fixing the bike chain directly, from his point of view. Surgeons, doctors are using this and live streaming their surgeries as a teaching tool because it's on their face and hands-free. You see directly from their point of view. Imagine, and you guys I'm sure do this with tours of homes maybe, but having to record that from your phone, it is awkward and it's not directly from your point of view. You certainly can't pick up something or have a live real-time conversation with somebody about what they're seeing via your phone. So this opens up a unique opportunity via whether it be Apple iWatch or Google Glass in order to do a new kind of virtual tour. And think of it an open house. Sometimes people want to attend an open house, but they're not physically there, and then they're out of luck. Who says open houses have to be physical, right? You could host an open house, have a hangout going on glass or your phone, and walking through that property. Someone joins that hangout. Hey, I'd like to see that, and you walk them through that property via hangout on air or via private hangout. I mean, this technology is reducing the physical space between buyers and real estate agents, and it's only going to increase more and more as more buyers have these devices. And they are. Matter of fact, I talked to a gentleman who was a World War II veteran the other day. He wanted me to come talk to his McDonald's Breakfast Club because all of his friends wanted to get this device. And, he's 80 years old, right? 80 years old, and he wants, Google Glass. Why? Well, it's voice controlled or it's tap controlled. There are 3 different kinds of swipes. There's a tap, there's a finger swipe, and then a swipe down. And the swipe down is just the escape. Just the escape feature. Expected cost. Right now, they cost $1,500 if you want to get in the Explorer program. You also need an invite. I have limited invites. I gave one to a doctor, another to a veteran who's giving some virtual tours. I'd love to give an invite to a real estate agent who would use this. Google would be all over, seeing how more real estate agents are using it. Don't know how much it's going to cost when it comes out. The rumor is that when it came out, they were going to wait until they could get the cost down because the raw materials for that is like $1.50. Really? I mean, think about that. That's all the raw materials cost, but it's all the technology that goes into it, obviously, that costs a lot more. But initially they had said they wanted it to come out that was about the price of a regular phone, which is about $500. If they can get the cost down to $500, I mean, that's really going to take off because once you use it, it's hard to think how yes, it looks weird and, sometimes I feel awkward with it on my face, but once everybody has it on my face, it'll be okay, right? Because just like you felt awkward always having your face in your phone, this allows you the ability to still have the ability to carry on a conversation and to look at somebody in the eye. And then the messages just come up in your field of vision and then slowly fade away. So they just come up and then they slowly fade away. Just like it does on your phone or something like that. How are we doing on time? Okay. Any other questions? And I'll stay to answer some more while you guys are trying on glass. Yes?
A lot of information today. Action items for someone who may not even be on Google Plus yet. What would you say to do first, second, third to get going?
Right. Yeah, action items and how do you even start if you don't have a Google Plus account. you just go to plus.google.com, and I am going to share all of this how-to in an email that I understand they're going to forward to you all. So if you want that, that might be the easiest way to do it. But go to plus.google.com, and that's where you create your Google Plus account, or essentially, wink wink, you get listed in Google search, right? Because Google indexes Google Plus posts faster than it does Facebook or Twitter posts, right? And you guys can test this by posting it on those different networks and then search for that post and see what shows up. Guarantee it's going to be that Google Plus post first. Also, another reason to be on Google Plus is it displays your profile picture next to the post in Google search. Perhaps you all have noticed that. And people have been shown to be something crazy, like 40% more likely to click on that particular search entry if it has your profile photo listed with it, with the Google Plus post. We are a visual creature, right? And so we like things that have eye candy with them. So that's what a Google Plus account is, allows you to attach your profile picture in search. But for newbies, go to plus.google.com. Just fill it out like you would, like you did your Facebook account. Attach a photo, fill out that profile completely. Link to your website, link to any other sites that you want, link to your Twitter account, add your Facebook account, all of your social sites. And essentially that's saying, Google, here I am, I'm right here. You know, this is my profession. These are the keywords that if anybody's searching for these keywords, your neighborhood or your hometown where you are, so that when people are searching for those homes in the hometown, they can find you. As far as Hangouts, Hangouts are easy to navigate. You can Google search how to do it, but essentially once you're within Google Plus, you just click Hangout, start a Hangout. And then it allows you to invite people. If they don't have a Google Plus account, you can still join a Hangout simply with a Gmail address. Okay, so anybody who has a Gmail address, has the ability to join a Hangout. A lot of people don't think they have a Google Plus account, but they really do if they have a Google account. And all you do, once you're in that Hangout, you can invite them, but we find that it's easier. Each Hangout has a unique URL or a unique web address at the top of that box. If you copy that web address, paste it in an email to who you want to invite, then when they click that web address, it takes them instantly to the Hangout. They don't have to, bother logging in to anything. It just takes them there instantly. So copy that URL from the top of the address and then send it to them. A lot of people are worried. They're like, I want to make sure that I didn't open up a Hangout on air. That's a totally different animal, and you have to do multiple clicks and then ask you, are you sure you want to broadcast this to the world? So it's really difficult to accidentally do a Hangout on air, so don't worry about that if you're in a Hangout that you're broadcasting live or anything like that. It's a private Hangout. Yes?
In Google Plus, when you've added something, let's say an open house or something,
Uh-huh. How do you get rid of it?
how do you delete that?
And how, you mean delete it? You can delete posts within Google Plus. Say you posted about an open house or something like that. If you go into your computer, it's probably not available via the mobile app, but you go into your computer, you click on an arrow, a drop-down arrow that's right next to the post. Up pops a pop-up menu, and you have the ability to delete it. You have the ability to email a link directly to that post. So say you wanted to email, you posted about something on Google Plus about an open house and you wanted a borrower to see it, you can email them a link directly to that post and they can see it. You can embed that Google Plus post in your website. Okay, that's also available on that drop-down menu. And you also have the ability to see who shared your post, where they're from, their Google Plus profile, and who they shared with it. It's called Ripples. And it shows you, if 10 people shared it, it shows you all of the ripples of how many people saw it. You post an image, it will tell you how many people viewed that image. That's something that you could use with prospective buyers as well. Hey, today we had 500 people on Google Plus view your image. Yeah?
So if you have prescription glasses, can you get
Yeah, they're developing prescription lenses that are compatible, that click right in there. Yeah, and matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if even in the next few weeks that they come out with those, because that was one of the first things that people asked. Yes?
They asked you for us to post to multiple sources, so if posts and it's going to go to Twitter, Facebook, and everything.
Yeah, asked to post to multiple sources. Are you talking just about for Glass or for in general?
In general.
Okay. I'm not a fan of multiple apps because I post different things on different accounts because I have different audiences, but you all might have the same audience. So, you know, even on Twitter, you have the ability to enable a Facebook integration where every time you tweet and put the hashtag FB, it automatically posts to your Facebook account, right? They have something similar for Google Plus as well. How many of you guys use Hootsuite? Hootsuite is a great tool that allows you to post to multiple platforms. So you write one post, and then you check with which platform that you want to post it on, and it does it to all of them. So I would recommend using Hootsuite. It is really the gold standard, I guess, in posting for all those different places, and it does have a Google Plus integration. So you can post it everywhere, and I think it even has like it has LinkedIn and like a Tumblr as well. So anything you post on one network, put it all on other ones because all of that stuff gets indexed by Google. And the more that you post on your social networks, you know, the increased likelihood that you're going to show up in search when people are searching for homes in your communities.